Hi everyone, thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video. Today, Mike and I want to talk about something that's incredibly important to LJP and companies, and that's your feedback, specifically through the Employee Net Promoter Score, or the eNPS surveys that we've been sending out each quarter. These surveys give us direct insight into how we're experiencing our time and our talents here at LJP and companies. What's working, what needs attention, and where we can grow together. Your voice certainly helps us shape the future of this organization. As a reminder, let's quickly break down what the eNPS actually means. The Employee Net Promoter Score is a simple but powerful tool, and it asks one core question. How likely are you to recommend LJP and companies as a place to work? Team members then answer this on a scale of 0 to 10, with 9 to 10 as a response, indicating that that team member is a promoter. If that team member answers anywhere from 7 to 8, they're considered passive, and anywhere from 0 to 6, they're considered a detractor. We then take the percentage of promoters and less the percentage of detractors, and that's how we get our general score. In general, a positive eNPS is anything above 0, meaning more people feel positively about working at that specific location or specific company versus negatively. It's also a sign that we're moving in the right direction, but also a sign of where we need to focus. As a brief reminder, in Q3, we had 37 team members complete this survey, and we ended up with an eNPS score of 10.8. This 10.8 score tells us a couple of things. One, that we have more promoters than detractors, so we should feel encouraged, but also tells us that there's some room for improvement, especially as we continue to scale and standardize our processes throughout our organizations, and thus helping us work through any growing pains that come with building a stronger company. Some of the biggest takeaways from your feedback that we received is that many of you feel proud to work for LJP and companies. That means a lot, and pride isn't something that can be forced. It's certainly earned. You also shared that you appreciate recent improvements to our benefits, such as our focus on our team member recognition through AwardCo. And the work we're doing there helps strengthen communication and consistency across our locations.
Sarah, I'm glad you mentioned that, and I'm glad that the team members that completed the survey mentioned that as well, because we've been putting a lot of time into not only how we communicate with everyone, but how we treat everyone and how we want everyone to feel special. And benefits is a huge part of that. And I think we've, compared to most of our peers, competing companies, for example, we've done a really nice job of trying to maintain the best benefits package we can at the lowest cost that we can for everyone as well, which is a real challenge. You know that in your everyday life at home, and we certainly experience that here at LJP. So very proud of the work that we've done to offer the best package we can at the lowest cost to everyone.
Absolutely. Along with the positive feedback, we also receive honest and constructive input from you all. And that's exactly what we want. So we're not trying to sugarcoat things. We're trying to gain and gather true feedback that you're really feeling. Some of the concerns that were shared included information or requests for equipment quality and the need for stronger maintenance, compensation questions, growing pains as we implement new standard systems and practices, and then some adjustments to new expectations.
Well, I've always lived by this phrase, and that's all progress starts with the truth, Sarah. And that's the reason we're doing these surveys. I mean, that's the reason why we have open door policy. That's the reason why we're engaged all the time or as frequently as we can. But with the surveys in particular, we're looking for the truth from our team members. You know, what is going well and what could be improved. And who knows better than the person that's actually doing the work. So, you know, like from an equipment quality standpoint, we certainly don't have ourselves at 100% there, but boy, oh boy, from like 2023 to 2025, we've invested over $5 million in new equipment, and we've taken the average age of our fleet, which was high, from like 13 down to like 8. And we're going to continue to try to get that down to like 6 as the average for the fleet. And that's while we're investing in, all kinds of plant equipment and other things. So it's difficult. It costs a lot of money to stay competitive in this business, but we have to do it because you deserve it. I mean, you deserve to have the equipment you need to do a great job. And the same applies with compensation and other things. We're doing our very best to stay as competitive as we can be, and still, be able to, return what we have to in order to keep investing in equipment and the other things that we do. And as far as change goes, change is always happening. Like I've never been in a situation where there hasn't been a lot of change, and I've brought a lot of change to the business as well. Probably not all of it has been great change. Hopefully more has been good than not good. But the only way for us to continue to improve and be a better company is to change and to do things that help us activate our full potential. And we're going to continue to do that, and we are going to react. We don't change just for the sake of changing. We change to improve. At least that's the goal. And if we're going down a changed road that doesn't improve us, let us know, and we will correct course to the best that we can.
And that's exactly what the purpose is for these surveys, is to give our team members an opportunity to continuously check the pulse of our organization, not just once a year, but multiple times throughout the year. Additionally, the more people that participate, we're going to have better results. We'll have more feedback that we can work on, which will be super meaningful to all.
On that point, the first time we did the survey, I don't remember exactly how many people, but it was a low number. It was a low number that responded. This time we had, I think you said 37.
Yep.
37 team members. And I appreciate that, when you're being asked for your opinion, it can be a little scary, in a survey. Is like, who's going to see this, or is it going to be paid attention to? Is it saved? And I want to tell you all of those things are true. We're not asking for this information to hold it against somebody. We're asking for this information to help us improve and get better and look for ways for us to be a better employer, be a better company, and for all of us to be a better team together. So 37 this time, maybe the next time in the next quarter when we do this, maybe we can get that closer to 100, because people feel better and they feel more aligned and more committed to the improvement path that we are truly on. The one thing I do want to make sure that everyone knows is that when you fill out this survey, we are paying attention to it. It's not something we're doing to check a box. It's not something we're doing to make ourselves look good. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose is to hear from everyone constructive feedback that we can pay attention to, that we can respond to, and that we can use to get better.
Absolutely. And if you've participated before, it's a simple process within UKG. If you haven't participated before, we certainly encourage you the next time around, this upcoming end of Q4, to go ahead and complete that survey. If you ever need assistance with completing or instructions, or maybe you just need additional time to complete the survey, just let us know and we can work with you directly. As Mike mentioned, these surveys are completely confidential. So we're not taking your name. You do have an opportunity to list your location if you'd like, but ultimately the answers that come back to us are not tied to any specific credentials related to you. Your true honesty is what really helps us drive our real improvements and allows us to make action on that feedback.
Hey, whether everything's going great for you or whether you're really frustrated by something, the best way for us to respond to it and to learn from it is to hear from you. That helps us build a better community in our company. It helps us build better teams, and it aligns us all in, I'll say it again, activating our full potential, which is something that I'm committed to, and I'd like all of you to be committed to it as well. We have a lot to do, and we have a lot to offer one another here at LJP, and your voice matters and you matter as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody for taking a couple minutes out of your day to hear this update and to talk a little bit about our eNPS and what that means in terms of participation and the feedback response. We truly appreciate it, and we encourage you to fill out our upcoming Q4 survey that will be coming out towards the end of the year.